Hey, we're live. Happy America Day. Is that what they call it? I guess you could, right?
There's variations.
America's birthday, right? Mel Gibson died for this day, right?
Does he die in that movie? I thought he lives.
No, he
I
doesn't.
feel
Isn't he
like
like
all his
dying as
kids
he's
die,
watching
but
the
he lives.
flag? He's watching like the flag come over the hill, and then he dies. I'm pretty sure that's the ending. He's like dying watching the thing come over the hill,
Did he
right?
direct that?
No, I thought he did. He did not direct it. That feels like something he directed too. I was like a little shocked when I
Yeah, I
found out
just
he did.
assumed that he had.
No, he didn't. Let's see the Patriot. It is directed by Roland Emmerich. So he's on the list a few times actually in this list we're going to talk about.
Wow,
Mr.
that's
Emmerich.
a weird connection. I did not.
Yeah,
I don't know why I just thought that Mel Gibson did, like produced and wrote and directed The Patriot. I don't know why I just assumed it.
I think he did produce
That's a
and
weird connection.
fund it. I know he has more to do with it than you think, but that's definitely Roland Emmerich's best movie because Roland Emmerich's pretty much trash. You know, like
Yeah,
pretty
didn't he
much most
celebrity
of the time
box
trash.
somebody, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
I don't think so, man. He's like, I don't know. He's gay. He does all the disaster movies. That's kind of his thing. Not really.
Disaster flicks. Yeah, that seems like a viable genre.
Yeah. Although I gotta look this up. What did Mel Gibson do on The Patriot? Yeah. Oh, you know what? No, he didn't. He didn't produce it. You know, I guess he has very little to do with it than I thought. He just starred in it. Yeah. It feels like it. Honestly, it feels like a movie he would have directed. You know, like the violence in it. That's definitely Roland Emmerich's best movie. It's really a pretty good movie.
In the battle sequence where a cannibal rips somebody's leg off, I'm like, that feels like Mel Gibson would have put that in. You know?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
Heath Ledger in it too.
Shit.
I forgot Heath Ledger is a good
That's
part
what I
of that.
about Mel Gibson's directing. Like he always leaves in gore and really brutal, fucked up shit. You know, like he doesn't pull back at all.
We'll get to talking about that. Let me start off with some of these clips here.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be right there. You cannot stick it in the ground. It's not gonna work.
Who did that?
You gotta put it in the shoe.
Oh,
you like my little addition? I edited that in there. Yeah, I had to edit that in. Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I edited that in, that part. I was like, I'm putting that in.
I mean, oh, fuck. That's pretty
limited edition Star Wars Jeff Gordon Darth Maul Pepsi shirt. Andy's doing water curls. The fuck out of here.
I gotta do some more water kills.
That pure policy just blew my mind. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I sent it in the chat a little bit ago, but you might have not watched it because I put that in.
I try to avoid trailers and spoilers best as I can. You know, I want the raw reaction.
Let's see if we can get away with this one, the Eagle. Let's see if YouTube Sentinels come after us, like the blonde dreadlock guys. Let's see.
Terrorist, your game is through, 'cause now you have some answer to America. Fuck yeah, to lick my blood and suck on my bone, America. Fuck yeah, what you gonna do when we come for you now? It's the dream that we all share. It's the hope for tomorrow. Fuck yeah. McDonald's, fuck yeah. Walmart, fuck yeah. Gas, fuck yeah. Baseball, fuck yeah. NFL, fuck yeah. Rock and roll, fuck yeah. Internet, fuck yeah. Slavery, fuck yeah.
It's the best one.
Fuck yeah. Starbucks, fuck yeah. Disney World, fuck yeah. Porno, fuck yeah. Valley
The best one is the books where no one cheers. That was always a part I like about that.
Hopefully, we survive that.
I got that going right now, actually, in the background. I watched Jaws today, which is the quintessential best 4th of July movie there is.
That's the first time you've seen it, right?
Yeah, it's the first time I ever saw Jaws. Yeah, no. I think Jaws is it's a perfect film.
I can't watch it because
I don't think there's many that you could say
scene of him
are perfect.
dragging his fingernails down the chalkboard will fuck me up for like a month. I can't see it. Like I can't deal with that kind of shit.
Yeah, Mixaplex says fuck yeah. You're definitely right. Fuck yeah is right. America, fuck. I just shot off some fireworks, so I partook in the festivities. I drank 3 shots. That's it. I'm not I'm not 8 shots in a bathtub singing Sweet Home Alabama yet. But today I saw on a walk a procession of 12 golf carts with Trump flags and America flags, and then like the leading golf cart had a Sweet Home Alabama song playing in the front. It was strange in New Jersey. Yeah, it was a little off-putting. I think it's funny, like white trash rich people, they'll drive around their golf carts.
You know, yeah, in Spring Lake, there's tons
weird.
Just golf cart people all over the place.
Yeah, it's kind of like their ATVs. Like if you don't want to be trashy enough, you get a golf cart. I just like don't see what you'd use it for around here. You know, I'm not by a golf course. Like, why do you need one? You know what I mean? I get it if you're at a golf course, but why would you have one at home? I guess just to have a procession of 12 golf carts. Were you in? Did you go to any parties or whatever today? Kind of sucks that it's on a Tuesday. Like I'd like to drink or something, but now I have to go to work tomorrow. That shit's whack right there. That was like that's the main goal of 4th of July is to get fucked up. But yeah, we're gonna talk about. Oh well, speaking of which, speaking of Jaws here, I actually just got. I can recommend this if you guys like cool stuff. This is not a plug, but just because they're a cool brand. The Cavity Colors. They got they just put out a Jaws line today, and it's fucking awesome. This Amity Island shirt is cool. These pants are cool. This is some cool shit. Always have to recommend Cavity Colors. They're a good brand. I'm not even being paid to say that. They're awesome. You'd think I would be the way I'm talking about it. Sounds like a plug, but there's no one that we're not big enough to plug anything. But I thought these shorts were really cool, or these sweatpants rather, or joggers.
You're a non-affiliate, but you're getting something on the back end.
I wish I was, man. I would honestly. They're a cool company. They got some cool stuff. Like they always have some collections that are going. That's what they got going. I mean, they have their Jaws collection right now, the Funhouse, which is a underrated movie. I actually got this shirt. I bought this today.
Funhouse.
It's kind of cool. Funhouse is like a kind of like an 80s schlock horror movie. I heard about it. I heard about it through this documentary called, what was it called? 80s horror movie documentary called. They've actually put out 3 parts. It's called In Search of Darkness. So I think it's in the second Search of Darkness. The third one just came out. But all those are really cool. They're just people just sitting down and talking about horror movies. And then as it's gotten to like the third one, they're talking about a lot more obscure shit. So I think Funhouse might have came up in the third or second. Killer Clowns. Got some cool Killer Clown shit. Godzilla. Planet of the Apes. Don't tell Roseanne about this. Oh yeah, so let's talk about the best 4th of July movies. You saw the list, right, Lovitz?
Yeah, it's tough to really find that many. It's a weird. I don't know. You call it like an alternative genre or like a niche genre.
Yeah, I started throwing in summer
we could go on
movies.
for boner comedies for months on end, but this was really hard to drudge up.
Well, I started throwing in summer movies, and then I was thinking, oh, there's a lot of beachy movies that I could throw in. Like you could put like, I mean, we're gonna go to the boner stuff. You could put American Pie 2 because I think they're at a beach house. Like that one could kind of
July weekend.
I don't know if it's 4th of July weekend. It could be.
Well, it's got to be to qualify.
Well, I started just kind of throwing stuff in that was like either like America or like summer. So I put Independence Day because I don't like this movie. I fucking actually kind of hate this movie.
I don't mind it. I mean, maybe I had a big crush on Vivica A. Fox at the time, so that probably overshadowed how bad the movie was.
Well, I used to like it until I watched it later as an adult, and then I was like, "Oh, this shit's bad."
Did you see the second one?
Yeah, that was really bad.
So, once you see the second one, I think you'll have a much higher appreciation for the first.
Oh, I mean, definitely, and I mean, it has its moments, but it's talked about like it's a good movie. That's I think my issue with it is people like will hype this movie up like it's actually a good movie. It is not a good movie, but it's a fun movie. I'll give them that. Yeah, that new one was not fun or good.
It's a good bad movie. Like it's entertaining regardless of how shitty it is. But
it's definitely a good bad movie.
You know, especially like when we were going through the dregs of just streaming like bad stuff. You get like entertaining bad stuff, and then you get like Prince of Persia, where it's just unrelenting.
Yeah, like boring.
Yeah, just like nothing to redeem anything at all, and it's just such a slog. And you want to like down Periscope, like it's just
I think that's almost
worse. Filler upon filler, and there's so little plot. There's so little writing. It's just trying to get the runtime. Just trying to hit the runtime.
Yeah, that's almost worse. It's kind of like the new Indiana Jones movie. It's almost worse that it's
trying to hit your
boring.
Runtime. Yeah, just to get it out there, so it'll maybe make money, but at least it's hitting like the whatever hour mark it's got to hit.
Yeah, I saw the Red Letter Media review. I think they might have liked it more than I did. I don't know. They didn't really like it either, but they just kind of said it's too bland to like hate. I don't know.
They probably didn't even bother to see it in theaters. They saw it on.
No, they did. They saw it in theaters. You can't. No, they saw it in theaters. They're talking about someone in the movie theater in one point of it. But it was I mean, they brought up points where I was like, okay, you had a point. There were like a couple of good moments, but not enough to really keep you interested. Here's part of Independence Day that is just ridiculous. The action dog.
You know what it feels like? It feels like when I play like a PC console video game and have a cutaway montage to something.
Yeah, it's about that quality.
Alert, and then they have like Tanya come on and talk to you about submission.
Yeah, it's about that quality. And I mean, here's some more Will Smith.
This was supposed to be my weekend off.
Genius.
But no. You got me out here dragging your heavy ass through the burning desert with your dreadlocks sticking out the back of my parachute.
I always like the dreadlocks.
You gotta come down here with an attitude, hacking all big and bad. And what the hell is that smell?
I thought he punched it, but he just kicks it.
I could have been at a barbecue.
Yeah, but I thought he like punched the thing in his face.
Yeah, yeah. It's when he opens up the aircraft and says like "Welcome to America" or "Welcome to Earth" or some shit, and punches him in the face. That's the clip.
I mean, I have another.
You clip some like monotonous drag through the desert sequence.
I got another clip. That was more relevant.
Clip that we're going for.
This was a little more relevant.
Tonight, Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated.
Welcome to Earth,
if
Chris
she
Rock.
loses, he can't win. He is praying.
Is
that
Javier
Will
Bardem
Smith
with
wins.
Penelope
Like,
Cruz?
please.
Oh,
Lord.
it might just be in the
Jada,
Spanish
I love you.
people.
G.I. Jane
Oh,
2,
like,
can't
them
wait to see
together.
it. All
It's
right?
not racist at all.
Nah.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
Why did no one stop him from getting up? This shit's fake.
Wow.
That was fake.
Will Smith
I can
just
almost
smacked the
now
shit
that I
out of
look
him.
back at it.
Wow,
Gotta go
dude.
back to that one.
Shit out of me.
You know what's convenient? He had an entire tour
Wow, dude.
right after this. Where
It was a G.I. Jane.
He took some time though, man, to do that.
Was just trashing Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. So
Welcome to Earth, Chris Rock.
Earth. No, you're pronouncing it correctly. It should be Earth.
Yeah, I said
There's no
that.
TH.
I said
It's an
Earth.
RF.
So next on the list here, I put up Good Morning Vietnam because I was like, this is like America movie, and I always like this movie. It's a good one. It's way better than Independence Day. It should have a better rating than this. Actually, even like I'm going up like looking at Top Gun, that's definitely better than Independence Day. People like seem to remember this movie fondly for some reason.
It's iconic. Like,
Well, I think
it's got 2 or 3 sequences that make the movie so memorable to where whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. It just like it's in the zeitgeist of people's memory and references. You know, like that's sometimes just good enough.
Yeah. Again, this is probably Roland Emmerich's next best movie. I mean, there's some things I definitely like about it. There's like a mood to the movie, like when the aliens first come, that I do like. Like I like, also I think it captures that 96 fun time to be alive kind of thing. This is pre 9/11. There's a vibes about pre 9/11 movies that just feel a lot funner. That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I would say everything pre 9/11 was more fun.
Well, it's funny because there's like 2 benchmarks now where it's like 9/11. After that, big apathy set in, and then 2020, like the ultimate apathy set in after that, and that's kind of where we're at now. Just apathy. Like there's no fun movies anymore. Hopefully, we'll get a fun movie one day. I can't see
long enough, maybe.
I don't know. It's just like right now, it's not happening. These superhero movies are not doing it. Like I can't see a movie that's going to come out that's on the horizon that's really going to make people like have fun.
Event Horizon, maybe. That's a fun movie.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's another one that's
fucked up, man.
It could have been better
this
though.
Creepy shit with like this. Yeah, that movie's. I gotta say, it's pretty good. Sam Neill is the villain, but
Yeah, it's pretty good. It has
you don't
its
know
issues.
until later on.
It definitely has its issues.
Kid shit with like everyone has these like fucked up. Like the ship is like haunted, and it like creates like these weird
Demon kind of shit. Yeah, it's like kind of doesn't it kind
memories
of go
and
to
stuff.
hell? The ship goes to hell, right?
Yeah, well, like at the end, you realize like the ship is like some sector of hell, but before that, it's like just some weird sci-fi mixture of like hallucinogenics and dream sequences and stuff. And then like there's this part where this one of the crew gets let out in this chamber when they're in the middle of space, but they're still encapsulated within the like kind of cargo area, and all this blood and liquids get drained out of their body. Like that movie's pretty fucked up. I gotta say, it's got some really weird visuals.
You know what I think to make maybe we'll get that fun movie once again if you make another movie with Harvey Firestein. That might be it. Maybe that's all it takes is a Harvey Firestein cameo.
I think
he's still alive.
He's due for a somebody
Oh,
playing him.
Bros.
Who do you think would play him? Jack Black, maybe. Try and
James
not
Corbin.
make it so
James
rapey
Corbin.
and maybe goof it up a little bit. Get some
James
jokes.
Corbin. That the fat gay cat.
Yeah,
fake
if
cat.
you need somebody to hate, he's definitely up there. I heard
He's the gayest straight person ever.
Yeah, and also he's such a fake nice asshole. Like he'll suck the
Oh, I think he's like
S's on,
outright
and then
a douche.
off camera, he's like a complete asshole to every person on the crew where they don't want to deal with him anymore.
And then I was talking on the list. Good Morning Vietnam, who's by a very competent filmmaker, Barry Levinson, did Rain Man. I know that. Did Wag the Dog. I like that movie as well.
It's okay. That's that weird fucking.
That's one that's kind of
movie where they're faking a war or some shit.
It's like it's kind of more relevant than you think. Like just sort of faking. It's kind of like the start of Veep. It's like Veep before Veep.
Yeah. No.
But like kind of just talking about how the whole surface level political shit is all bullshit.
Succession fucking shit a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit. I definitely it's funny.
I love
like
that fucking crap,
like that show.
Man. Like that is the most talked about TV show I've seen for the last few years. Like people love that fucking crap. I haven't seen a single episode other than the first one, and I like Albert Finney and shit, but I don't know.
That's not Albert Finney.
He looks like him.
Yeah, it's what's his name? Brian Cox. Is it Brian Cox?
Branson
I want to say.
Cox.
Brian, no, it's Brian Cox.
Brian.
He's
Brienne.
in.
No, it's Brienne Cox now. He actually just got a
Troopers.
sexual transition and bought a speedboat to hide into.
Oh yeah. Well, I liked him in Super Troopers as like the honorary.
Yeah, he's
chief.
the lieutenant or like major or some shit.
Yeah. Oh man, that's one
Major
that didn't they
Cox.
try to do that again? Did they do a sequel to Super Troopers? Did they try?
Yeah,
thought they did.
I think they made more than one. I didn't see it though.
It's one of those movies they should have made like right afterwards, and it would have done really well. Especially instead of the movies they did make. Although I like Club Dread, I like their movies aren't bad. They're an interesting. Like I'd rather have their movies than a lot of other things, so I'll give them that.
Yeah, I don't know. Beer Fest is pretty shitty.
And it's got its moments. I know a lot of people. It's actually very liked. It wasn't like my favorite, but it is pretty liked. It has a cult following.
Yeah, but
and it goes back. You know what?
Like doesn't mean it's good.
Well, I'm actually surprised we didn't have that on the boner list. That is definitely a boner comedy.
It should have been. We fucked up on that.
That one should have been on the list. It's it definitely meets the guidelines.
Boner.
I'd actually probably put Club Dread on there too.
Yeah, no, all they do are boner comedies.
Super Troopers, not so much. Not so much with Super Troopers.
What are you talking about? It has the sex scene with the blonde girl who's,
yeah, but that's it's. I've always.
There's also the sex sequence with the German guy speeding and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
No,
that's boner comedies.
Like, there's enough sex in that movie to qualify. Like way more than less than like borderline boner stuff.
Yeah, but I would say, I don't know.
I think they're bred for boner, you know?
I think boner stuff, you need to be either like a high school thing or a college thing, and definitely Club Dread fits the college thing.
You can have boner stuff all over the place. You can have older boner. You don't think older boner stuff qualifies?
I guess if you're gonna do older boner, you'd put in
like
Super
Bad
Troopers.
Grandpa is like an older boner movie.
Maybe. To me, I think there's a coming of age.
I'm like the one with Robert De Niro and Zac Efron.
There's like a coming of age boner aspect. That if you're going to talk about boner comedies, got to bring up college, you got to bring up high school. Between those two, like Club Dread, totally fits the college vibe. You know,
yeah, but it's all part
Beer
of the
Fest,
same boner spectrum.
very
you know?
college.
Instead of like young boner, it's like old trying to keep a boner comedy. You know,
it's almost even high school is a little too early.
Like,
it's got to be like
Viagra boner.
Senior. It's got to be like senior in high school.
There's just like a whole genre of Viagra boner stuff. You know, like.
Well, I would say, what's the one? Old School kind of fits that older bone, but it still ties into college.
Definitely.
But it ties into college,
and it mixes in like
That's the thing. I would say a lot of
weird,
Caddyshack.
Alicia Cuthbert, who's in that movie, she had
Oh, yeah.
a very limited career. I'm kind of surprised. She did that movie with it was like I think it was called The Girl Next Door, which was not bad.
Yeah,
and then
that was
other than
good.
that, it's like not much else.
I think she kind of got blackballed. I think she said the wrong thing. I'm pretty sure she said the wrong thing about Hollywood and got blackballed. I'm almost positive about that.
Like pop-up stuff about her getting banned, and I never clicked it because I thought it was.
It doesn't make sense why she wouldn't be.
But I guess there's something to it.
It has to be because she was really attractive.
It seems weird, yeah. Like to be that good looking, you think you could overlook some stuff, you know? Like she was Canadian.
I think I found a list here. I found a list. 20 reasons why Hollywood dropped Alicia Cuthbert.
Yeah, that it's funny. Like a lot of the sites we look at, they always have those things on the right where, like, you know, it'll be like
this is one of those articles.
But I guess there's something true to it because, I mean, she really did some
doesn't make sense.
TV shows, like a couple TV shows, and that was it. Like she was just done.
Yeah, let's see. Number 20, she failed to impress Hollywood with her acting skills. That's probably true. She wasn't the best actress. The Girl Next Door character
did not
flopped.
flop. I thought she was great in that part.
Yeah, and it was actually, I would disagree. I think it was kind of people liked it, and it was kind of a cult following.
A pretty well respected, you know, remembered movie, and she was decent in it. So
well, here's a big highlight. She was 35 in that movie.
It's almost like a Risky Business ripoff, but I thought it was done pretty well, like for what it is. I thought it was a decent movie. It's definitely a boner comedy.
Yeah, if it's the boner stuff. She was 35 in that. That also makes me wonder if that's a big part of it.
Really?
Is her age. Yeah, she didn't look 35.
No,
Lisa was too focused on her looks.
Really weird. They were casting her for like 10 years to 15 younger than the part. You sure about that timeline?
Yeah, that's what it said. 35-year-old actress.
She was 35 during the filming of that teen comedy.
That's what they say. 17, her character in House of Wax wasn't much of a success. I don't think I remember House of Wax.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, I thought that was bad, like all around. That's not really her fault.
Paris Hilton was actually overshadowing that whole movie because it's like her first acting part.
She struggled to earn praise from critics from House of Wax, but that sounds like it was just because it was a bad movie.
I don't think it was seeking out praise. I think it was just trying to make some money.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, you could say this about anybody though in Hollywood. You know, like you could say like Sydney Sweeney and Alexander Daddario could have been models and not spoken a single word.
That's
you know what I mean?
I agree with a lot of this, but it is true.
It's argument. Honestly, it's really minute. Like it should be just skipped over.
Like in a shitty comedy movie, does it really matter? It's just about them being hot.
Could easily be in a model at the same time. It's redundant.
Well, some actresses aren't the best looking, but they're just good at acting. Like I would say, kind of like what's her name? The Zero Dark 30, like that redheaded chick from Zero Dark 30. What's her name?
Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, like I don't think she's not a model, but she's a good actress. You know, it's like, but she is good looking.
She's got a very hard face and chin. You know, like
there's a lot of women that. I would say even like Diane Keaton.
She definitely has like a weird, almost like very masculine look. Like her face is very hard and skeletal.
Yeah, or like go back to like
Brie Larson has the same issue. It's like their heads are like really big and scully. You know, they got big skulls.
There is a vibe to that where there's girls that aren't the best looking, but they're good at acting. But yeah, a lot of times they are good. The Quiet Captivity resulted in poor reviews. I don't see what they're talking about. This was I totally remember in the Max. I remember this Maxim magazine with her on the cover.
I guess they're saying like she didn't do enough promotion to make up for the shortcomings of her performance in the film. I don't know.
I don't buy it.
Like
I don't buy this. This is like excuses.
Didn't participate in the system enough to sell and shop the movie. That's what they're criticizing, I guess.
I guess she didn't have a great.
That's probably why she failed. It's like you got to
Third.
play the game. You know, you got to like do all the weird interviews and trailers.
I think that's going to come up.
Commercial bullshit. Yeah, this is like part of. You know. Put yourself
Don't
out
trust.
there.
She got honored with nomination for worst actress. I guess this was a kind of like a Razzie thing for TV. For Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23, which I think was with that Ritter girl who you don't see her anymore either. So something's there. That same show was canceled as number 11. Alicia was just too flirtatious with the camera. I don't know if that's a bad thing at all. That might be why we're still talking about her, to tell you the truth. I think that's why we're talking about her. They say what springs to mind is Megan Fox. Kind of similar, I guess. It's like you don't see her a whole lot either. But yeah, she worked in the stuff she was in. Although I've never seen those Transformers movies, and I think I saw something with the bodies, and she's like a vampire zombie thing. That's the only movie I saw with her. She believes that number 9. She believes that the TV industry is quite a bizarre place. I mean, that's true.
It is. Yeah, it's weird.
Especially then, it wasn't like what it is today. It was a little different.
Like back in the days of like Charmed and fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer and shit like that. She would have fit great on a type of show like that.
Yeah, now it's like we're in that.
Like Dark Angel.
They call it golden age. Like we have too much
that
TV.
show Dark Angel with Jessica Alba? She looked really fucking good back then.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, it's like when you look at the making of that show, it doesn't have the budget. I mean, there was also something that was nice about that. That TV was kind of, I don't know, it was a different quality to it. Like that Dark Angel show really, that was J.J. Abrams, by the way. That was J.J.'s big success right there. That got him Lost and everything else, and later to do the Star Wars movies. Those turned out well. Been really good.
I would say Lost
really good timing.
Him.
I would say Super 8 is what got him a lot of stuff, because then he became the rip-off Spielberg right then. That was the start of being the rip-off Spielberg.
When you say that, is like the Spielberg movie feels like he's trying to one-up him. With
a little bit.
Same type of... And like, if you watch that, it really has the same type of plot development and just like pacing. I don't know. It's almost like he's trying to say like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it better, you know?
Yeah. Oh, here's one that I think this is the big culprit. Alicia couldn't fit into the Hollywood scene. That's the big culprit. There's stuff that, I mean, that's probably what is the real truth. I think she didn't really fit into the whole sucking enough producers' dicks. I think that's a part of it. Her ex was a toxic. Yeah, this was funny. I remember this.
Wasn't like really good at acting. I just wanted to see her in more stuff.
Her ex was a toxic experience for her, and that is referring to Sean Avery, a fan favorite.
Oh,
of the
that
channel.
makes sense because she's Canadian.
Remember that? Yeah, and he said this is like when she started dating Dean Phaneuf, and Sean Avery said that Dion Phaneuf is getting his sloppy seconds. That was the quote by Sean Avery.
Yeah, Dion Phaneuf fucking sucked. He was the defenseman on Toronto, I think, at the time.
Yeah, and Sean Avery is the fucking man. One of my favorite hockey players of all time, for not even being like the most skilled player, was just good at what he did.
I don't know. He was, I think, above average offensively for
he was
agitator.
Right.
You know, he was like a David.
He's like a really good third liner, like probably like the best third liner I've seen.
No, David Backes put up way more points.
Oh no, David Backes was more of a starter. Yeah, he was like a captain. Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
well,
different kind of player.
John Carlson. He's like a John Carlson type.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
like he played. He was
an agitator.
Like 100 penalty minutes per year and maybe 30, 40 points. You know. And,
I mean, the best. I used to remember. It was so funny.
You can ask for.
I went to a few games for the Rangers when he was on the team, and he was hilarious before the start of the game. Like, they don't show this on TV, but before the start of the game, you know, they're all like doing warm-ups on one side of the ice and the other team's on the other side of the ice. He would always be right in the middle, like right at the blue line, talking shit before the game started. And then they'd all kind of come up. Like, it was so funny. He was just talking shit the whole time during that exercise time. Like, he was very good at getting under the skin. He did his job well. That was like all he wanted to do was like just get them to take penalties on him, or to like try to fight with him, to get penalty minutes like on for the Rangers.
Yeah, he's not
like draw power play
offensively. He's got to figure out value in other ways.
He drawed so many power plays, but then at the time the Rangers weren't good at getting the power play done.
And also, people like that should be out there protecting the like offensive stars that actually produce. You know, like McDavid needs a guy to like cover his ass and make sure he doesn't get his brain broken in every other game like Crosby did.
This one I don't know. Happy Endings? I don't know this character. I don't know this movie or TV show. I have no clue what the fuck she's talking about here. But her approach to the character didn't work, is what she kind of thought. I don't know. Do you know that? Have you ever heard of that? Happy Endings? Sounds something.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen a single minute of it.
It's like a jerk off flick or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It just seems like a failed TV show.
She doesn't seem Asian enough for that.
I guess so. Part of the reason she doesn't want to act is because like she doesn't need money. You know, you're fucking hockey
well, I mean,
players.
honestly, even hockey player or not, don't you think she could just go marry some fucking rich dude whenever she wanted?
Yeah.
You know, like whenever the fuck she wanted. Yeah, she's doing pretty well far away from Hollywood. Exactly. She would do wherever the fuck she wanted to be. She said she tried to be the funny one on set. That doesn't sound good. Starting to go down. I'll be liking this one.
Not your lane.
Nope, not your lane.
She
never felt 100% comfortable.
Really good.
She never felt 100% comfortable in films anyway. That's another way of saying she didn't like being around these producers that just wanted to fuck her all the time. That's what that means. She's like, there was other people that wanted to fuck them, or that would have actually done it. I didn't want to do it. Number one, she was Paris Hilton's party girl. I didn't know this. Okay. She was friends with Paris Hilton. Was big into that scene. I did not know that. Didn't know that.
Are there photos of them together?
Probably. Let's see if I can find that.
Yeah, let's look that up.
I mean, Paris Hilton was oh yeah. There's shots of them making out together, actually, apparently. So Paris Hilton got some of Sean Avery's sloppy seconds, I guess. Yeah, no, they were friends. And you know, I've actually only heard Nick Swartzen say that he thought Paris Hilton was a lot of shit, and that she was actually pretty cool and fun to hang out with. Yeah, no, they were legit friends.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's like a lot of photos with them. So yeah, you could definitely say friends.
She's cute. She's like,
yeah, she really was. I mean, even Paris Hilton at the time was always attractive, but
yeah,
I don't know. She has talk about like a bad reputation. That's that. I guess that also, like, what they're saying in this article is true, where that reputation just from Paris Hilton is not good. You know, like, you don't want to deal with that. Let me see. Back to the 4th of July movies. Let's talk about Top Gun. Top Gun from the top. We'll talk about from the top.
Money maker.
Did you see it? Have you seen Top Gun?
No, but I heard enough about it. I felt like
the first one or the second one.
I've seen the first in like weird parts. You know, like I never watched it all.
I don't think I've watched it from the top
but I've
fully.
seen enough of it in different segments to get an idea of what the fuck's going on.
Hey, R.I.P.
No, I haven't seen a single minute of it. I've seen trailers.
Tony Scott. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff with both. I get it. I get why someone would like this movie, like straight up action movie. They have legit special effects with fighter planes, which is, you know, this is back in the age where you actually had to do things real to get effects. So I support that 100%. You know, like, that is cool. Yeah, R.I.P. Tony Scott killed himself off a bridge, right? Then he jump off the bridge. something really dark. What did he do? I know he killed himself, but how did he kill himself? I think he jumped off like a bridge in L.A.
Why?
I don't know, man. Probably Illuminati like told him to do it or something. I think he jumped off a bridge. A witness says he did not hesitate before jumping, just went straight the fuck off. He jumped off Vincent Thomas Bridge in L.A. and didn't hesitate. Just went out of his car and just jumped off the bridge. Yeah, like no, that's a little weird. That almost makes you think of some programming shit going on there. That he was just licensed, like they told him to do this.
For what reason? Like
maybe he was gonna come out and tell that Tom Cruise was gay or something. Like everyone knows or whatever. But look at this. We got Michael Ironside in Top Gun. You got some good character actors. You got Meg Ryan in that. So I guess she's the love interest?
No.
What is it? Val Kilmer's the love interest, I think, right? With the volleyball scene?
Oh, shit. He's got some free-frosted tips going on. No, that's the love interest.
Oh,
Meg Ryan was barely in the movie. I know she
Anthony Daniels is the love interest?
Extra.
Anthony Daniels is the love interest? Whatever happened to him, huh?
It's Kelly McGillis.
Yeah, but Anthony Daniels kind of stole the show. Wait, who's Iceman? Is that Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
Goose is Anthony Daniels, the Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah. Who's dead?
Okay. Yeah. I don't know it. It's been on my list for a long time. Here's one I do like. I like this movie a lot. It's Point Break. I had to put it on here because it reminds me of just the summer.
There's this really good meme. Every time in baseball, two people hit one person hits a home run. Oh, I fucked that up. Anytime one player hits 2 home runs in a game, they show the Gary Busey meme from him ordering 2 meatball subs in Point Break.
Oh man, that's a good movie.
It's really like one of the best gifts of all time, and I'm glad that in any way Gary Busey just became like a iconic figure, even though people don't probably know his career arc or all the weird shit he's been in, or how like he was a really good actor before his fucking accident and turned into like a abstract weirdo. We don't have any Busey clips, do we? Right?
No, I don't think I have any Busey clips. I don't think I got. Well, maybe I have a few. Let me see.
This is good. I can look at myself in the mirror, and I can start laughing at myself. Fear, F-E-A-R.
F-E-R.
That stands for false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
Romance, do you know what it stands for? It stands for relying on magnificent and necessary compatible energy. Can you ham bone?
What's that?
Great beat. I got a few of those.
Anyone ever asked you if you can ham bone?
Yeah. I gotta play some more 4th of July shit.
Freedom, motherfuckers! Woo! Happy fucking 4th of July! Awesome fucking fun!
This one kind of fits. This one kind of fits into the 4th of July.
Tacos together. No.
Holy shit!
Oh, Bobby, stop! Bobby, stop!
Fucking Bobby. Going too hard into that Stone Cold.
I mean, come on. It was made for it.
And then I labeled this Gone with DeSantis. Our future president right here.
But you love me. 300.
Me's had a hankering to live here.
Get off the place, you dirty Yankee.
Limited edition Star Wars Jeff Gordon Darth Maul Pepsi shirt. Andy's doing water curls. The fuck out of here.
That's probably $100 shirt minimum.
Honestly, looking back at it now, probably is pretty. I mean, the crossover of all that alone is pretty awesome. I think it's undeniable.
But and you know what's good about that is I think when you like look at the tab of the shirt, it'll show the year when it was produced.
Yeah,
this is important.
Well, it's got to be
like sell stuff.
It's most likely 99. 99.
Yeah, like that's good. Like that's a plus when you're trying to sell cards. You know. I got a. I'm not trying to humble brag, but I got a Ichiro Suzuki Upper Deck SC PSA 10. Probably sell for like $1K.
Yeah, I mean, Phantom Menace is one of those movies that I judge time off of. Like, I know that movie was 1999, so then everything after is post Phantom Menace. You know, like it's my Jesus on the Resurrection cross measurement. Everything post Phantom Menace, post the pod race. That was done by Catherine Bigelow. At the time, married to James Cameron. So you kind of wonder how much did James Cameron... I always wonder with all her movies, how much did James Cameron do? You know, like Near Dark, it basically has the whole cast of fucking aliens. So, I wonder where she got those actors. But you know what? She won an Oscar for The Hurt Locker. James Cameron has not won an Oscar. Number 8. It's or number 6 rather. I put this on the list just because it's one of my favorite summer movies, which is Caddyshack. Love this movie. Fucking great. Boomer it's every boomer's favorite comedy movie for sure. And you know what? It all makes sense.
Groundhog Day is also very well respected by people who like Caddyshack. If you like Caddyshack,
yeah, but Groundhog Day is a little deeper. You know, it's a little deeper, not as dumb. You know, we're trying to put, you know.
No, that's like,
you know what I mean?
Different movie. Like Groundhog Day is based on some like reincarnation Buddhist like principles where you don't get that from watching it.
It's funny.
Undertones and writing.
I heard Harold Ramis talk about this, and he said that almost every religion has come up to him. You know, someone from Buddhist stuff, someone from Jewish stuff, someone from Christian stuff, someone from Hindu stuff. They've all come up to him and said, like, "Oh, Groundhog Day is so Hindu, it's so Christian, it's so Jewish, it's so Buddhist." It kind of just fits into the whole zeitgeist of it all.
Yeah, because a lot of like just generic white people love that fucking movie, and they probably don't know why, and that might be why. It's like
I think it touches on a lot of stuff
they're watching.
Yeah, it's something that just because it just it hits on certain levels that you could probably relate it to a lot of different things. Yeah, but this was a great movie. I do love this one. And
Caddyshack?
I love Caddyshack. I like it a lot. I always think of how when Bill Murray asks about the pool in Chevy Chase's house, if he's got a pool, and then how Chevy Chase says, "I think the lake would be better for you." I always think of that.
Yeah, Chevy Chase has got a bad rap lately, man. Like people just have been shitting over his legacy over and over and over, saying he's.
Well, I think he is an asshole, but
a smug, yeah. But I think it's just he just wanted to like have privacy in his personal life, and a lot of people didn't.
No, I think he's an asshole on set. Legitimately, that's what it sounds like. But
I've
I don't care.
Over and over and over again.
I don't care. He made funny stuff in the 80s and 70s, so
yeah,
I'm all for it. I don't give a shit. I wasn't on set, so fuck. I don't care. You always hear this from people, and also it's like, what do you think he's going to be like in the year 2000s when he's doing these stupid shows with Danny Glover?
Yeah, like his
whatever the
career's
fucking
over.
Donald
He's
Glover.
washed up, trying to stay relevant, doing whatever he can.
Yeah, what do you think he's going to be like?
Place in that process, you know?
No. Well, at the same time, though, it's like, look at these other actors. Like, I feel like Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, they don't care as much as he did. They kind of just sort of gave up a little bit or picked their projects better. But you hear the same thing about Bill Murray. Everyone says he's an asshole, too.
No, people love Bill Murray.
No, he just got, like, there was some issues with him. I forget what it was, that he was, like, hitting on people. There was a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like for the most part, people kind of take that with a grain of salt and play it off. You know, he gets away with a lot of shit.
There's misconduct allegations, new and old surface, is an article I found.
You could bring that
I think
up
there's
about
stuff that goes back a long
anybody,
time ago.
you know?
Yeah, you can bring that back to any time. Come on.
Anybody and anyone at any time. You can play that card.
But then I did hear he was like a dick on some other recent stuff. I don't know. I mean, I heard he was a real big dick on that Ghostbusters movie. So I didn't want to do it, but I don't blame him on that. I don't think he ever. It's like Harrison Ford. He never liked the parts. Besides from like Indiana Jones, he never liked Harrison Ford. His parts in Han Solo.
That's the weird thing is like you take a part you don't even like and it blows up and you're known for it, and then you hate it for the rest of your life. You know?
Are you looking forward to watching a Han Solo movie as a fan?
Not really. Man, now he looks like a corpse. There's a shirtless scene with Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones 5 that just will scar your memory for life. I don't know why you would do that. If I was him, I would have never fucking done that.
Do you know that Travis Kelce has 16 career postseason touchdowns and it's second all time?
How many does Bill Murray have?
Regardless of position.
What does Bill Murray got?
What, as far as like Golden Globes? Because I don't think he's winning.
No, as far as Super Bowl catches, what has he got? None? I guess he's probably got none. Kelsey's the whitest black guy that there is. He's got to been like, at this point he's taken in as being, he's like the jerk. He's like the Steve Martin character in The Jerk at this point, right? They just accept him as a black guy now.
You're off on a tangent. I don't.
I don't think I'm wrong on that though. Like I was noticing, I think Travis Kelce is like blacker than Patrick Mahomes, just the way he acts and everything. You know, like talking.
I could see that being argued. I don't want to make it, but
number 5 on the list is another summer classic. I don't know if they really talk about 4th of July, but I feel like there is a weekend where it comes up. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there's a time where this comes up in the movie. But What About American Summer? Brilliant comedy.
I mean, if it's not, it has the vibe of it and similar, like just plot points and you know, it feels like it fits, even if it doesn't. So I'll give you that.
Written by the brilliant Michael Showalter and David Wayne, the Stella and the State alums right there. Great comedy.
Stella was good, man. I have a weird, vivid memory of us picking up drugs from somebody outside of Wegmans, and they had Stella playing on the background, and we went into like a van. You know?
Oh, that was my college friends. That was my friends from college.
We went into like a van and we're driving around without any like seatbelt at all, and like the driving was like very sketchy, and the whole time we were like rattling around, bouncing off the walls inside of it. I was thinking,
was it like Manalapan area? Because I'm pretty sure that's my friends from college.
It was right outside of Wegmans. Like Doug literally got off work and we picked up some shit right outside of it. But the whole
that was
surreal, and Stella was going on in the background, like it felt like the scene in Boogie Nights when they're trying to rob the coke dealer and he's throwing pop rocks and shit in the background with the little Chinaman.
Yeah, that was my friends from Long Island, and they were very they were probably one of the few people outside of our friends group that would have, if they lived in our town, they would have been friends with us, kind of thing. And I feel like there's a lot, like we had a very particular friends group They actually could have
They were like
intermingled.
doppelgangers.
Yeah, it was like they would have. We actually found people that would have worked in that situation.
Do you remember that Seinfeld
They were cool.
episode with the doppelgangers?
Yeah, I mean, they might have been. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Can we
Yeah.
clip that?
They kind of were. They kind of were. Not
That's
that
a
they
good point.
related to anyone particular, but they just were doppelganger, like an alternate Bizarro version of our group in a sense. Yeah. But they were cool. They're fun to hang out with.
We could play that back.
It's one, and they all loved WoW. I don't know if we probably were talking about World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade.
Yeah, I think
probably
that's
at the time
was the crux of it, because back then that was like the peak of the game. I'm pretty sure that was the peak of the game.
Yeah, and
sales
they
wise.
were fucking crazy into it. They got really good at it and all that shit.
I mean,
when they would play
the
video
game
games,
was
they'd
addictive.
go all in.
Like, when you construct a game that has no end and can literally just continue on for every single time period, and
Yeah.
then, and not time period, time zone, and you can like play with people at 4:00 in the morning from Australia, New Zealand. You got some fucked up shit on your hands. Like,
Let me play this clip. Number 4, Rocky 4. This is actually number 4, Rocky 4. This is I think not my favorite Rocky movie. I mean, I like the first one the best, and then I would probably say Rocky 4. That's sort of
I'll
how
go
I
back
would.
for a little bit. I gotta get some water.
All right, well, let me play this clip because this is
You just
will be a couple minutes.
run like whatever clips you have left. Because
This is a good. Well,
I need a couple
actually,
minutes.
speaking of that, let me just get some clips in here.
Well, you didn't show the clip of the guy pounding 2 beers into his head. We haven't had that one.
I didn't think you know what? I thought I missed something from here. I knew I missed something. I might have not clipped that one out.
And also,
let me get some
goes
clips in here.
hand with the what's that?
The retard guy.
Fucking TV show. Highlander.
I'm retarded?
You're talking about Quantum Leap right there. This one I haven't shown for a while.
How does your leg feel today?
Oh, feeling good.
So what happened to you?
Huh?
What happened?
Just crap.
Just a cramp?
Yeah, just crap.
So you told me what can you eat to help you make you feel better?
Bananas.
Yeah. Why bananas?
Monkeys never craps. Monkey never crap. Because a monkey every day bananas. 2.
So how many did you have today?
3. 3.
Oh yeah. So no more cramp for you.
I need 3 banana because monkey never craps.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is Last Grossman. Who is this?
This is Flaming Dragon!
Oh, okay. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
I thought I had another one. I thought I had a Christopher Nolan bit here. Whatever happened to that? Did I lose my Christopher Nolan bit? Jesus. I worked on that. I worked on that hard. Where is this bit? There we go. There we go. This is the clip, I believe. I had a Christopher. Here we go.
This is Last Grossman. Who is this?
This is Flaming Dragon!
Oh, okay. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Limited edition Star Wars Jeff Gordon Darth Maul Pepsi shirt. Andy's doing water curls. The fuck out of here.
Out of here. Well, yeah, let me play this Drago clip because that's the best part of the movie. I hope I can get away with this. This is a minute. Let me get into it a little bit more. Come on, Rock. On Rock. Yeah, great movie. One of my favorite Rocky movies. The training sequence is also very great. It's an iconic training sequence, especially the Russian side where he's got all these like high tech inventions and shit to like boost up Drago. Great movie. 6.9. And I'm looking at some of these ratings here. Going down to the beginning, we got 7. That's such a fucking high rating for Independence Day. That movie's like a 5. It gets hyped up. 7.3 for Vietnam. I'd say like 7.8. Top Gun, I've never seen, so I think that's probably accurate. Point Break, maybe a 7.5. Caddyshack, maybe a 7.5. We got Harold Ramis there. R.I.P. Harold Ramis. But American Summer's got a 6.5 rating. No, that
really
movie's
low.
That's real. I mean, I get it though. People do like comedy's so subjective and subjective that it's you never see high rated comedy movies. So I get it, but that to me that movie is like a 9 on like on comedy wise.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
like I would put it in like the 8s, like an 8.5. I would give that movie like an 85%. Because it's just, I mean, you have to like ridiculous. You have to like, you know what? You have to like a certain type of comedy though. It's a very weird brand of comedy. It's not old school. I don't know. I don't know how to really put it.
It just fucks with your expectations of every single sequence. You know, like you think it's gonna be like some carbon copy. Like
it's kind of like proto Tim and Eric humor.
So weird and abstract, and makes the entire experience subversive to what you expect it to be. And I feel like your average idiot's gonna hate that. So
it's kind of proto Tim and Eric, but it's different though. I don't know. It's wacky, but it's still lighter. I don't know. It's hard to explain the Stella comedy vibe.
Yeah, but it's not like weird or.
It's not as weird. It's more like
I feel like it should reach a wider audience. You know, I mean, Paul Rudd's fucking in it. You know.
Yeah, well, this was all pre Paul Rudd being popular. This was a little bit pre that.
I don't know what was this in relation to Clueless.
At least, what was this related to? Which one?
Clueless, that movie with.
Yeah, but Clueless wasn't really something that launched him. Clueless launched the girl. What's her name? Alicia Silverstone. He was
still a very big part in it. I mean, he was the.
Yeah, but I don't know. That wasn't a big launching point for him.
Other than him, who else do you remember?
I mean, yeah, but he wasn't really a big part of it.
Actually, you know what? The Black Girlfriend is actually more memorable, I would say.
I mean, I'm looking back. I'm going through his movies here, and he didn't really get a big part. So he did Clueless in, was that 97, 96?
He didn't really get it with Jennifer Aniston, where he's gay and has her.
Yeah, I remember that movie. I saw it in theaters. It was fucking terrible.
You saw it in theaters?
Yeah, I don't know why. I saw it in fucking theaters. It was fucking
awesome.
Terrible. What was that movie? Yeah, she's gay. He's gay, and she's trying to fuck him.
Yeah. Is the whole?
What is that movie? Oh,
remember how like Always Sunny made fun of the will they won't they? That is like peak will they won't they? You know, like is she hot enough to turn him gay? I mean, turn him straight from being gay? Is she hot enough?
But you know what, man? I'm looking at, like, he didn't really have a big part, like, after Clueless until Clueless is 96, by the way, and he really didn't have a big part of comedy wise until I would say the Anchorman movie, which is 2004. That was probably his big comedy part. So we're talking 8 years later. So I wouldn't say that got him anything. You know. Yeah, it's actually, he has a weird career because you knew of him. He wasn't really popular, and then he didn't really get probably a big part until I Love You Man, which was 2009.
No, he was in before that. I thought he was in Anchorman.
Oh, Role Models, 2008.
I feel like
he was an Anchorman movie. That's
he's known more for his bit parts than leads, other than the Ant-Man shit.
Yeah, I mean, he was in Knocked Up 2007, but like again, that's a very small part.
No, he had a big part. He
Oh,
was like,
40-year-old version had a small part. No, that's a small part.
It's not a small part at all. He has a bigger part than Seth Rogen.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the 40-year-old virgin part.
Like,
the 40-year-old virgin part was small.
Version.
That's where he's just like playing video games with Seth Rogen, right? It's like the only really fucking scene he's got.
No, he like talks Steve Carell down from
a little bit. It's not a big part.
Excluding himself from all of the people he works with, and it's just like, like, even though we're making fun of you, like, we want to help you in a way, and like we want to be friends with you. That he has
this
like,
is
one of the bigger parts in the entire film.
This is actually kind of big for him. This was maybe a big part of success. He on the later seasons of Friends, he had a reoccurring role where he was in it for like
he was her boyfriend.
Yeah, he had a reoccurring role. That was probably that's probably honestly like what got him the most success is probably from that. And then, like we said, probably Knocked Up is probably a big kickoff. And then he had starring roles like Dinner for Schmucks, Idiot Brother. I like that our Idiot Brother movie, by the way.
It's okay.
It's not talked about enough. It's actually pretty good.
It's I mean, I don't know. It's like a bunch.
I like it. I like that movie. This Is the End was not good. And then he got Ant-Man and Parks and Rec. And that's a big part of his career right there. Wow, hold on. There's a Wet Hot American show called First Day Camp. I think I saw this. I just totally forget it. I remember this. I watched it. That's not good. I mean, there's a whole Wet Hot American Summer TV show that was very forgettable. I definitely watched it. It's on Netflix. I watched all this, but it's very forgettable. And Michael Showalter, it's kind of funny because they all pretend like it's like the day later, but they all look like they're 20 years older. It's kind of funny. It's like summer later, but they all look 20 years older. That was a good kind of bit to the whole thing. I remember that. Did you remember seeing the show at all?
Maybe a couple, maybe like an episode or two, but not much.
Let me share this trailer at least. Here, I'll play this again. But it's kind of interesting when you look at it.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go back and rewatch it if I didn't see it already.
I mean, remember it was like pretty funny. It was it wasn't that great. I think I liked the whole idea that Michael Showalter is pretending to be 20 years old and he just looks like shit. It's like a fat 50-year-old.
Oh, they got Schwartzman.
Everyone's back. Yeah, and then they got new characters. Joe Trujillo is still good. I really like him and Paul. Paul's an underrated movie. That's one movie that I think if someone did a fan edit. Yeah, it's not bad except for the fact that it's Seth Rogen. If it wasn't Seth Rogen, I think that movie would be like brilliant.
Who would you want instead as a voice actor?
I mean, I think just a voice actor. Just honestly, just a voice actor. Someone who like does voice acting. Just someone who's good at that. That's all I would need.
Like anybody else, you mean?
Just honestly, actually speaking to this, he popped up in this trailer. I would say, who would be great would be what's his name? Jeez, shit. The guy from Home Movies. What's his name? He does tons of voices. And no, he does tons of voices. What's his name?
John Benjamin.
John Benjamin. He would have been way better. That would have been a great.
Looking at him, he was in. Yeah. He's in the movie we were just watching.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking of. Like, he would have been a great choice for Paul instead of Seth Rogen, but not as famous. But he would have been better at the voice. And would have fit the whole vibe too. Like way better. Would have been great at that. Lake Bell is in this.
She's got some big ass titties.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good one there.
It's kind of
let me go back
like,
to the list.
She's got a hard chin.
Well, yeah. Let me go back to the list here. All right, we're past Rocky, which is a good movie. We're on The Patriot, man. We were talking about that earlier. Patriot, man. Roland Emmerich. It's shocking, actually, that it's Roland Emmerich. Done some bad shit. This is, I honestly, this is like a movie that I thought was Mel Gibson, because Mel Gibson usually likes all the violence. Like Apocalypto's filled with violence. You know, you kind of come to expect that with old Mel. Also, in that movie, let me look. The villain is great. Jason Isaacs. Jason Isaac is a great villain. He's in Harry Potter as Draco Malfoy's father. But he's always good in all the villainous roles he gets. He's very typecast into that role. Here's Jason Isaacs. Always typecast into the villain role, but very good. Good at that villain role. You don't see him too much anymore. The last thing I think I saw him in was this shitty Star Trek show. It was embarrassing. Heath Ledger part, pre him dying. You get to see all these kids get killed. I think she probably dies. But yeah, man, you got Mel Gibson fighting for freedom. The Australian guy fighting for freedom. Makes sense, right? And then number 2 on my list here is Team America. One of my favorite movies. That's a movie that's grown with age to being such a cult classic. And here's actually a clip that represents all of this. Is fucking Eagle.
Terrorist, your game is through. 'Cause now you have to answer to America. Fuck yeah. So lick my blood and suck on my bone, America. Fuck yeah. What you gonna do when we come for you now? It's the dream that we all share. It's the hope for tomorrow. Fuck yeah. McDonald's. Fuck yeah. Walmart. Fuck yeah. Gas. Fuck yeah. Baseball. Fuck yeah. NFL. Fuck yeah. Rock and roll. Fuck yeah. The internet. Fuck yeah. Slavery. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Starbucks. Fuck yeah. Disney World. Fuck yeah. Porno. Fuck yeah. Valium. Fuck yeah. Reebok. Fuck yeah. Fake tits. Fuck yeah. Sushi. Fuck yeah. Taco Bell. Fuck yeah. Rodeo. Fuck yeah. Bed Bath and Beyond. Liberty. Fuck yeah. White Slip. Fuck yeah. The Alamo. Fuck yeah. Band-Aid. Fuck yeah. Las Vegas. Fuck yeah. Christmas. Fuck yeah. Immigrant. Fuck yeah. Popeye. Fuck yeah. Democrat. Fuck yeah. Republicans. Sponsorship. Books.
Fuck yeah. Great movie.
Yeah, I like all the like background fuck yes that don't feel that confident about saying.
Yeah. Definitely like Bed Bath and Beyond. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. That one's a good one. Yeah, great movie. Not much to say.
Yeah, I have a very.
You got a story about that?
Seeing that, yeah. I pestered my dad to go see it opening weekend with my younger sister, who was like maybe 10 time, and during the whole puppet sex sequence, he looked over at me and said, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know. And then the whole sucking his cock to get back into the group.
There's a lot of cock sucking references.
That well either.
A lot of Hollywood like cock sucking references. Like doesn't he say like, "I know what you do"? Put like a finger in my ass and then Something like that. I remember that was the line.
Yeah, I just got so many glances to the point where like that's the last time I brought up going to recommend a movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
At the time, like South Park was so white hot. Like no matter what the fuck they did, was just like you had to see it. You know, like you like it was unavoidable whether you even want to or not.
Yeah,
And,
I mean,
yeah,
dicks and pussies and assholes.
For that group of people, I wish I avoided it.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's a movie probably to watch with friends. It's a locker room movie, right?
Yeah, it was not. We might as well be watching like a nude scene of Porky's or something.
Yeah, although at the same time, it's not that bad because it's like it's fucking puppets that is so ridiculous. You know,
No,
like
you don't think like him forcing him to suck his cock was gonna go over well with 10-year-old girls and their fathers?
yeah, probably not. Probably not. Here's a scene that's memorable.
I gave that up.
Oh, come on, man, just a scene.
I said get away from me! No! I've hit rock bottom. Easy, easy. Whoa, you gotta calm down there, Chuck.
I hurt people. I'm a dick.
Well, being a dick ain't so bad. See, there's three kinds of people. Dicks, pussies, and assholes. Pussies think everyone can get along, and dicks just want to fuck all the time without thinking it through. But then you got your assholes, Chuck. And all the assholes want us to shit all over everything. So pussies may get mad at dicks once in a while because pussies get fucked by dicks. Also, fuck assholes, Chuck. And if they didn't fuck the assholes, you know what you'd get? You'd get your dick and your pussy all covered in shit. All right, get out of here, you drunk lowlife.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It makes too much sense.
Get out of here, I said. Lisa!
It's one of those movies that's just like so ridiculous to really hate on. And I know like they were really embarrassed by it, which is funny because it's a movie that's only like grown on people over the years. It's like you talk about movies that grow on people or like albums or whatever. This is one of those. It, like I mean, really grew on you.
Puppet movie.
Yeah, and it's like at the time, of course, it would have been fucking reviewed terribly, but when you look back at it,
people love Book of Mormon. Hilarious. I mean, people love Book of Mormon. So,
well, that kind of makes sense, though, man. It fits into musicals, and it's a very original musical. As far as there's a low bar in musicals, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't think a fucking comedy with puppets being used is not original, and no one else is fucking even bothering or trying to do that kind of shit. They probably lost so much money by having actual puppets to like CGI shit instead,
Oh yeah. And then number one on the list for me, and I actually just watched it today. This is it's a fucking the most. It really is. I was talking about it. I think it's a perfect movie. It's a perfect movie. Jaws. There's a few perfect movies, and Jaws is one of them. Jaws is it really hits on all the notes of different genres too. It's got horror elements, it has comedy elements, it has action elements, it has dramatic elements. I think that's what makes a perfect movie, when you can really hit every genre. It'll be Gladiator does it too. It hits on not that much in comedy though, and funness.
Gladiator's not funny.
No. And that's the thing with this movie. There's like fun parts and funny parts. Like it's fun when they go out, like when they start to go out to like, oh, we're going out on the Orca to go get this. There's like a fun element to it. Almost kind of Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of hits on a lot of those elements too. I think Spielberg is pretty good at doing that. You have a fun and funny element to it with action mixed with a little bit of horror with like the burning of the people, the Ark and shit. This Jaws might hit more on the horror element. But yeah, I'm looking at facts about Jaws. Spielberg only got the directing job because of Duel. And if you ever want to watch a good movie, also Duel is really good. About a maniac trucker. It's like a TV movie, but it feels really good. It's probably the best TV movie there is. Maybe that and The Boy in the Bubble with Travolta.
Fuck is that?
Yeah, like The Boy in the Bubble. You know, like Seinfeld made fun of that.
Bubble Boy?
No. I mean, Bubble Boy is a parody of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's with Jake Gyllenhaal's.
Yeah, I think Travolta's in a bubble or something. I don't know. He's like sick in a bubble. I can't remember if it's him or I don't remember. But Duel's good. There aren't a lot of Jaws in Jaws. Jaws actually only makes. He's only in the shot for. Oh my! Let me see. Doesn't make a full
Did you
shot.
see the side by side from the Tremors movie poster to Jaws? How they ripped it off directly?
Oh, I mean that makes sense. That's like a.
I like Tremors. I like the
Tremors is
weird.
good, yeah.
I like the weird later stuff too, where they're like raptors. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean I totally see it now. It's just the big Tremors monster coming up from the bottom. Yeah, so it's a lot like Jaws. Just you could picture it
But
on your
I
own.
like how abstract Tremors got when they had.
Yeah, Tremors is good, man, for what it is. It gets bad. I mean, there's 8 of them or something that are terrible, but the first one's pretty good.
About the first 3.
Yeah, the first. Well, probably the first. Yeah, I guess the third one's okay. Is the third one where they like start to kind of be like dinosaurs and they're like up on with feet?
That's what I'm talking about. They become raptors.
That one's not bad. Yeah, that one's kind of cool.
I like that shit a lot.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. But yeah, Jaws took a long time to make. They shot for originally scheduled to be 65-day shoot. It shot for 159 days. That's fucking crazy. It was shot in Martha's Vineyard. There's so many things like when I was watching this movie.
Wasn't Jaws based off the shit in Matterhorn?
Yeah, Jaws is based off of shit that happened in Matterhorn in like the 20s, where a shark swam up, like it swam into like an estuary in bay.
Good places.
Oh yeah, that honestly really did.
That Sesame shit is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I don't want to drive that far to get it, but it's fucking really good.
Yeah, I kind of like forgot about that place, but what's it called? Ah, fuck.
You probably don't like
Danino's.
I do.
Danino's is a great pizza place. That's it.
No, the fact that there was 2 places, the fact they were in competition made them both better because they were.
Oh yeah, Danino's and Esposito's.
Yeah.
Esposito's and Danino's. Esposito's might have had better sesame crust.
Stuff was really fucking good too. Like,
oh yeah, go check out Danino's. Yeah, I agree though. If I had to put like like that barstool pizza shit, I would definitely put Danino's up there. Yeah,
there's some good Asian places too that have like sushi and shit like that also.
Yeah, but definitely, when I was watching Jaws, I was just realizing how real there's so many good elements to it. Like everything feels real. It feels like a real like New England beach town. It feels like the acting is really fucking good. The filmmaking is really good. Everything kind of feels just genuine. It almost feels like a memory.
Well,
it's like when you
they probably use non-actors. That helps.
Well, yeah, but even the actors in it just feel really real, and it just, like I said, it almost feels like a memory. It feels like I was there 20 years ago when this happened. It's like, oh, this is the back of my head. It's like weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I think it hits on that really well.
It's like
feels like you were there.
It's vivid enough of like a experience to where you think you've had it.
Oh yeah, and even like I was watching today, like where just like the little tension moments are like brilliant. There's like a part where what's his name? Rob Schneider, what's his name? Brody, Chief Brody is talking to Quint, and they're just like talking about tying a knot, and then Quint just starts to notice that the reel starts to pull out. And he's just like he doesn't say anything, and he's just like silently looking at it, and then he kind of straps himself in, and it's just like the tension is just like brilliant. He straps himself into the floor and then kind of like puts his feet up, and then it all kind of like happens. But just the brilliance of building a scene, I feel like Spielberg was so great at. You don't see that anymore with this stuff. I feel like he's lost it a little bit with that.
Well, I mean, lost. You don't need to bother at a certain point. Like he's made enough money where he doesn't need to try. He's just pump out shit.
Definitely. I mean, it's true. It's just, he really is like when you start to watch some of his good movies, you're like, all right.
Actor that plays the marine biologist.
Fucking Richard Dreyfuss, who was recently talking about the Oscar shit. Remember he was talking about how the Oscar shit's crazy.
Has a weird story where she was working in the ER in New York, and Richard Dreyfuss came in and had his head cracked open, and she stitched him up.
Oh wow!
And got his autograph.
He wasn't the first. I'm looking at this. He wasn't the first choice to play Hooper. The first choice was Jon Voight, who to me it actually feels. I feel like Jon Voight
all over the fucking place back then. Urban cowboy.
Yeah, but don't you think maybe Quint would have been a better? Like Jon Voight could have been better for that. Like I don't see him as the Dreyfuss character personally. You know what I mean?
Who would you want it to be? Just
talk. Well, actually, I think Richard Dreyfuss is perfect for it, but I think Jon Voight could have played the Quint character.
Justin Hoffman could have played his part.
Justin, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But I kind of think. Do
you remember that Richard Dreyfuss movie where there's he's like a scientist in Amazon with the tribe of people or some shit?
Yeah, I used to like that movie. It's got like a weird name.
It's like that Nickelodeon show.
Something tribe. Krippendorf's tribe. Something like that. Krippendorf tribe. Yeah, 1998. I used to like that movie a lot. I think I rented that.
It reminds me of Harry and the Hendersons with John Lithgow.
So Robert Shaw wasn't the first choice to play Quint. He approached Lee Marvin, who I could see that too, but I also could see Jon Voight. But Lee Marvin would have worked. A little old at the time.
Jon Voight was trying to prepare for Anaconda instead.
This is kind of cool. So a Martha's Vineyard fisherman was the real Quint. Everything was based off of this guy. Was that?
Jon Voight and Anaconda.
Yeah, that's kind of why. Honestly, he kind of comes off like Quint.
Ice
like,
Cube,
right? Does he come off like Quint?
Lopez,
Ice Cube.
What a weird cast.
Ice Cube, yeah, as the camera guy. Owen Wilson gets killed.
No, Ice Cube has a bigger part than that. He's the he saves
camera guy.
Her ass at the end.
Yeah, he doesn't die.
No, but you think he does because he gets really fucked up.
Yeah,
which is good. That's what you want out of like a part like that, like you want them to be like the martyr, self-sacrifice, but then in the end, it's like, oh, okay, they're all right, nobody feels bad. Nobody wants to see Ice Cube die, so Jennifer Lopez can make another Anaconda movie.
There was a real life Quint that everything was based off. They found this guy, Craig Kingsbury, who was a non-actor. He does appear in the movie as one of the fishermen that goes out looking for the shark. He had the accent. He would talk about old sea stories. So he was based off of that in the performance. I mean, we all know that the shark didn't work. So they only were able to get a couple of minutes of the shark because it wouldn't work. They wanted to have more minutes of the shark, which actually works in their favor. The less is better.
Mechanical in the middle of water probably is going to be weird.
Yeah. The poster came about by chance. Robert Castell was the guy who did the poster, and it is a brilliant poster. It's one of those that sort of stood the test of time.
The book had this cover before the movie, so it came after.
Yeah, you're right. He designed the paperback edition, but I think it was kind of during the filming of this. I think it was like a re-release of the paperback. The guy who wrote Jaws, I think, did
some really good marketing.
Jurassic Park. He did Jurassic Park. I think it's the same author. I'm gonna kind of figure that out. Yeah, Peter. Oh no, it's not. Peter Benchley did. Peter Benchley appears in the movie as he is on the scene as a news reporter talking about the sharks in there. So he has a little cameo. Born in New York, died in Princeton in 2006. So yeah, he has a little cameo.
Do we have any clips left that we haven't shown?
No, I don't really have any clips left. I mean, I have some stuff I can repeat here.
Oh, it's gonna be right there. You cannot stick it in the ground. It's not gonna work. Who did that? You gotta put it in the shoe.
Yeah, look at that mangled hand.
You're a fucked up motherfucker for that, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about it when I was thinking. I was like, "Oh, this is a little mean."
I want to save that
a little mean.
For the July shit too, please.
Yeah, I think I can pull that one up here. There.
Actually, I need that for football stuff. Like when we start
that could come up here. There.
Baseball stuff.
Is he still playing?
Love that.
He might be still playing. I mean, I know he played last year, right?
Yeah,
was he on the
Bucks?
Bucks?
He's been really good on Tampa.
Well, that was 2 years ago, but I don't know if he played.
Whatever,
he's 34.
He was good after it.
Oh yeah, so last year he played on the Ravens. I don't really remember him doing much on there. Yeah, he only played like one game last year. I don't know if he was. Oh wait, never mind. I'm sorry. That was postseason. He played 14 games. He had 3 sacks. He did okay. I'm sure he's like worth keeping around. Yeah, he signed a 1-year deal, so he might not be on a team right now. He might be done. No, he's a free agent. He's free agent. So he might play. Probably won't. Kind of end of his career. He's 34. Won a Super Bowl though, right? He won with the Bucks. So he's got a Super Bowl win. Oh, he's a 2-time Super Bowl winner. Did he win? Wait, which one did he win with? Oh, he won on the last. Okay, he won with the Giants on that last. He might have been a rookie. Yeah, he might have been a rookie that season.
Yeah, he came up crazy. Like he was.
Yeah, that's his rookie season. Rookie season, he won a fucking Super Bowl. That's always nice.
Yeah, but he produced right away too.
Yeah, he really did. Legit. He was good, man.
He was looking like. Remember that?
Honestly,
do you remember that
very
running
good
back
player,
they
dude.
had from Virginia Tech, who got paralyzed?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I forget the guy's name. Yeah.
Like that motherfucker, I took in the first 2 rounds of drafts, and then he was. Not only was he done, he got like negative 20 points from fumbling, and then his career ended. Like that was the most insane shit I've ever experienced. That was so fucked. Like the Giants have had some pretty unlucky shit go down.
Oh yeah, exactly. Also, there's probably it might be my favorite shot in a movie that's in Jaws. It's this sort of like rack focus. I mean, it's been done a few times. I remember Lord of the Rings did it a few times with Frodo, I think. Yeah, I'll show you the clip exactly what I'm talking about. Let me line this up. But
okay,
let's see. It's right when the little kid gets killed by the shark. But it's the clip with it kind of zoom. It's when it's like you're panning in but zooming out, and it creates this weird warp with the background. They did it a few times in Lord of the Rings with Frodo and Shelob's cave. But let me show you this. I always love this effect. I think it creates like a weird mood. It's only been done, I think, well in a few situations, but this is a great time. That's the shot. You see that? Where he zooms in on Chief Brody. Watch this again.
Yeah, but
it creates it's very disorientating effect.
Is so fixed to where it focuses everything on to the middle of the screen.
Yeah, it's a zoom out and a pan in, or like a dolly in, and it creates this weird look. It looks really good. I'm always a fan of that. Really great.
I feel like Sam Raimi did the same type of shit.
I think he's done it. I mean, I really thought of. I mean,
I gotta say that Spider-Man movie with the octopus motherfucker, it's not bad. Like I don't mind that one. I think it's one of the better superhero movies.
oh yeah. Let me actually, it's called the Dolly Zoom. It's more than it's been used a few times. See,
Not
it
Dolly
kind of
is in the Spanish painter. You mean Dolly?
yeah,
is
it's
in,
a dolly. When you have a camera on this little roller coaster track, that's a dolly shot. You know, where you kind of like it's a moving camera shot. It creates a weird effect. I'm kind of curious at if they'll show the Lord of the Rings one. I mean, this one is iconic for it. I'm surprised they're not bringing up that. Yeah, it happens in Pulp Fiction for sure. Here, yeah, it definitely happens here. You see this part here with Lord of the Rings, they use it like twice, but just especially like looking down the trail and you see it kind of like look all weird. It's a very disorientating effect.
Yeah, it's weird to have Pulp
All
Fiction
practical,
and Lord of the
too.
Rings combined together in a montage.
It's one of those effects that a practical effect that just looks really good. Even right there, you saw it. It creates a
Shaun
weird
of the
moment.
Dead, man, that movie's fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, it might be like the best to me. It might be the best zombie movie, and then it's
The pacing of it is just, I don't know, something about it. Like it's a 2-hour movie and it feels like it's 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it's
I
just
feel like
so
with
clean,
best,
and the way that it slowly builds up to what's going on is just so I don't know, just smooth.
it's definitely like if you're gonna talk about best zombie movies, you're gonna talk about Night of the Living Dead. You're gonna talk about Dawn of the Dead original.
I
You're
think
gonna
it
talk
just goes
about
beyond
Shaun of the
genre. I
Dead.
just think like the way that it's structured and the editing and pacing of it is just really nice and refined. You know, I don't know. Like all the plot points are revealed at such good times, and I don't know. It just doesn't feel cheap at any certain point or forced.
Yeah. It's called the Vertigo effect, that shot. I do like it. I think it was probably originally used in Vertigo. You know, there's a couple moments. It's definitely in Shelob's cave that they're not talking about. I can't find a clip of, but this one comes to mind where he looks down.
You've referenced the Shelob stuff several times. You should show that clip.
I'm trying to find it. All right, hold on. Let me see. Okay, let's see if I can find it. It's kind of like when he gets caught. I think it's like when he's caught in the web. And he sees like something coming. Let's see if I could find it. I know it's there. Could be when he like looks down the cave at first. Yeah. I think it's right here. Like when he realizes like Gollum put him into a place he shouldn't be. Let's see if it comes up. I know it's in here. It honestly also could be in the. It could be in the extended cut. That's where it
I
could
like
be.
how bleak and diluted all the color schemes are. You know, it's like even anything that's lit is so oversaturated just to have it being visible.
Yeah, I mean this is the actually. You know what? Lord of the Rings is the best 4th of July movie. Let's end it on that. Spielberg is sorry about the shark panic that Jaws caused, which is definitely true. I mean, it would be always like when you hear about it, you're like, oh, you're gonna watch Jaws, you're not gonna want to go swimming for a while. That was always like a moniker that would kind of go with Jaws.
Well, that's what's good about the whole plot is the main guy, who's the mayor, not mayor. You know, like he's trying to keep the show in business because it's a moneymaker, and then the sheriff was trying to shut it down because of the risk of the shark, who they downplay, and then a bunch of people get murdered because of him trying to make money.
Jesus Christ, man! As soon as you show Lord of the Rings clips, they take you down.
Really, that Eagle Team America.
That was fine. That was fine. Right now, we're only up on Twitch, but we'll probably be back in a second. It usually just takes like a couple minutes. Let me play a clip in the same time. Let me play. You guys know how to ham bone?
Can you ham bone?
What's that?
Yeah, shit, man. Still suspended here. No, anyway, that's about gonna end it anyway. So, be back on Friday. We'll be talking about other stuff.
Funny. It's like the clip we were worried about was fine, and then
and then the She-Love clip.
Shit, we were thinking about at all.
Yeah, that's fucked up, YouTube. That's fucked up.
It is.
Although I'll be able to find this.
They have like such control; they can fuck around, find out.
Yeah, that's what happened. We fucked around. We found out. We witnessed it. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday. And happy July 4th. Happy America's birthday.
Yeah,
see you guys. Should I play something to go out? Oh, we're back up. We're back up. What should I play to go out? Jeff Gordon thing?
Limited edition Star Wars Jeff Gordon Darth Maul Pepsi shirt. Andy's doing water curls. The fuck out of here.
Just play every clip and every firework we have left.
Well, this one's a good one. Someone says wow, by the way, in the beginning of this. It sounds like Owen Wilson.
You cannot stick it in the ground.
Oh, wow.
Who did
Wow.
that? You gotta put it in the shoe.
It's really fucking crazy. You have all those fireworks next to the gasoline endpoint.
Oh yeah, that could have been way worse.
I mean, like, you gotta be an absolute fucking moron.
Yeah, when I was watching that, I was expecting the car to blow up. I was like a little surprised the car didn't light on fire.
No, I thought you were gonna play the clip of the guy in the pool.
Oh, in the pool or on the jet ski?
Both.
I only have the one on the jet ski.
Freedom, motherfuckers! Woo! Happy fucking 4th of July! Awesome fucking good! Yeah, boy!
I was wondering, is that guy fake? It's like, is he actually that ripped? I was almost wondering if he has like in a muscle suit. Feels fake. Feels fake in this day and age.
The guy who smashes 2 beers on his head near the
Oh, okay. I think I might got that one.
Knock those together. No.
Holy shit!
Jesus. Bobby, stop! Bobby, stop!
Bobby, stop.
That's how I'm going out.
Yeah, that's a good one to stop on. All right. See you
Merry
guys
Christmas,
Friday.
kids.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, United States.
Merry Christmas.
God bless. Jesus is looking over at you. Jesus is looking over at Paul Revere just so Trump could be president once again. See you guys.